Good evening, I'm Walt Turner, and welcome to What's Trendy, where we break down the news that's actually breaking laws, apparently. Tonight, we've got a real doozy. A federal judge just told President Trump that his military parade in Los Angeles was about as legal as a $3 bill. But stick around, because the most jaw-dropping part of the judge's ruling comes at the end, and it could set a precedent that shakes future presidencies. I'm Walt Turner for What's Trendy, reminding you, reading the Constitution isn't just a suggestion. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned, because the next gavel drop might shake the White House. So here's the tea, folks. Federal Judge Charles Breyer, bless his heart, had to actually explain to the Trump administration that using thousands of National Guard troops and Marines to play cop in LA this summer was, completely illegal. Apparently, there's this quaint little thing called the Posse Comitatus Act from way back in the 1800s that says, hey, maybe don't turn the military into your personal police force. Who knew? The judge found that Trump and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth violated federal law by having armed soldiers set up roadblocks, control crowds, and generally cosplay as law enforcement during their immigration crackdown. Troops were doing everything from traffic stops to accompanying federal agents on raids. But here's the part you won't hear on the evening news. This ruling may have just drawn a line in the sand that other presidents, even beyond Trump, might not be able to cross. I'll explain that in a moment. Judge Breyer wrote a 52-page opinion essentially saying, stop creating a national police force with the president as chief. Revolutionary concept, really. California Governor Gavin Newsom sued back in June, and now the judge has blocked Trump from using troops for arrests, searches, or crowd control, at least in California. And here's the kicker. While 85% of Republicans think using military against state wishes is just peachy, 94% of Democrats and most independents think it's a terrible idea. That's not just a split, that's a canyon. What do you think? Should presidents have that kind of power, or should the court slam the door on it? Drop your take in the comments. The ruling only covers California for now. And if the appeals process takes this to the Supreme Court, it could redefine the limits of presidential power for decades. Want to know how this case could trigger a constitutional clash at the highest court? Stay tuned. We'll be following this and other stories on What's Trendy. Have a great evening.